but today I have another weekly makeup video for you where I've done 5 different looks going into the GlossGods Gal on the Moon and the Gal on the Mars palette. The reason I picked these two is because I did do a poll a few months ago where I was like, which would you like me to do in terms of my next 3 looks 1 video, because I used to do a 3 looks 1 video, and something else was voted, but this one was highly voted for, where I wanted to combine these 2 palettes for 1 video. So it's here, I've done it. Some of the looks I've gone into just the Gal on the Mars, some just the Gal on the Moon, some I've gone into both of them. I have been using my Pan palette palettes. I've got 2 that I'm working on this year, my Shadow Kiss and my Naughty Nude from Huda Beauty. I went into both of those for any matte shades that I wanted because these are both shimmer palettes. I swear my neighbors are pissing me off. He keeps driving back and forth in his stupid little moped. Anyway, it's just impossible to film at the moment. Okay, so anyway, these, if you're not familiar with what these look like, this is the Gal on the Mars, a really warm tone, a pretty mid-tone. I don't know if I've gone into every single shade, but I have enjoyed that one. And then the Gal on the Moon is green, blue, a little bit less warm tone, although there is a little bit of warmth in this palette. But I do think that I was able to combine these 2 pretty well. I did struggle a little bit, but we'll get into the video and then I'll give you my final thoughts at the end. So yeah, let's go through my looks and then I'll see you in a little bit. I'm just gonna do something a little bit basic first, and I'm gonna go into this shade here, and then we will go into Gal on Mars. I think for this video, I might do a few looks where I'm combining both palettes, but otherwise I think some looks will be just like on their own. And you know, you obviously don't need the Naughty Nude palette to do this. I just feel like, you know, we all have so many palettes, well, not all of us, but a lot of us have so many palettes that we can use with these 2 GlossGods palettes, because obviously they're all shimmer. But this just gives you like an idea, I guess, of what you could do if you have these palettes or you decide to pick them up. I don't even know if you can still buy these, to be fair, because they have been discontinuing a lot of things recently, but then also bringing eyeshadow back. So who knows if they brought this back. I'm gonna just deepen this out a little bit, and I'm gonna go into the Naughty shade. It actually is a good way of me using my Pan palette, because I haven't really used it that much since my last update. And I think I need to film that video like this week, so at least I'll get a couple more uses on at least the Naughty Nude before that. Right, so we're just gonna do something pretty basic, I think, like that, because honestly the GlossGods shimmers are gonna make this pop. I think I'm gonna go more like for a red look. So I'm gonna go into this one, even though it looks purple, it actually is very red. Oh, you're gonna see? I don't think you're gonna see how red that is, but I'm gonna put this here. It is so red in front of me, but it actually is looking very dark and purpley, which is fine because we're putting it in the outer corner anyway. And then I'll just use this on the edges. Right, and then I'm going to go into May J, which is this one right here. This is a little bit thicker, this one. The other shade was quite thin. This one is a bit chunkier. Cool, alright, I'm going to do the rest of my face before I do anything else. So I might speed through this because my last video was super long. I know a lot of people liked it, me too, but also I think it was a little bit too long. So we're gonna speed through these. Okay, so I think I'm going to go into the Gal on the Moon because it has a really gorgeous shade right here that I would love to put in the inner corner, which is called Luna. So that's what we're going to do. This again is also super chunky, but it's like one of these purple to green ships. And we're going to put this right here. Ooh, pretty. Ooh, so pretty. Oh, this is why I love these types of palettes. You just can mix and match and just, you let the shades just create something a little bit more unique on your eyes. And it's a little bit effortless as opposed to being like a true makeup artist where you have to like sit here blending shades and, you know, that's just not for me. It's not for me. All right, just gonna go into my Ofra bronzer, which I still have not hit pan on, shockingly, of course. It's so pretty, right? I think that's so pretty. It's a little bit thin, so like you can still see the shade underneath, but I don't know, I'm liking that. I'm just gonna do my eyebrows really quickly because I realize they're kind of bushy. All right, I think I'm gonna do some freckles and then mascara. I don't think I need to do too much else. I'm really not a fan of this big lash from Makeup Revolution. This is brown. I feel like you have to like coat it so many times. I'm just sitting here doing my lashes and it's getting boring. So I'm gonna move on. All right, going into my trusty blush from ColourPop, the Never Ending blush. So I thought that I had pan in this the other day, but it just ended up being a silver speck from an eyeshadow from something else. I literally thought I had pan. I was like, wow, I finally did it. But no, I have not done it and I still have not done it today. Yeah, it's just, it is what it is. It's just never going to happen. Okay, I'm looking a little shiny, but I'm gonna go into my Glowish because I'm trying to finish this. So we're just gonna be a little bit more glowy, but I'm gonna try to finish it before the winter comes. What I wanted to, but I'm not doing a very good job at it because I keep forgetting to go into it. But I'm not wearing that much makeup, so it's kind of hard. Okay, I'm just gonna go into my YSL. This is it's like a watermelon. It's the Love Shine Candy watermelon something. Well, I'm excited for this week to go into these palettes. Okay, so here is the final look. I only went into 3 shades, 2 from the Gal on Mars and then 1 from the Gal on the Moon. But just such a simple, easy look to do. And obviously I went into my Huda Beauty to just do a couple of mattes, but you don't necessarily have to do that if you don't want to. It just helps obviously with the look if you do put some mattes down. But yeah, I like that I added that from the Gal on the Moon. Ooh, so excited. So obviously we will move on to the next look, but I'm liking it so far. I'm liking it. Hey guys, it is the next day. So we are going to do my second look, and I'm also going to be filming my Pan Every palette today, which I do have an update. You would have seen that already, so it's not that interesting. Okay, so I'm wearing teal, so I thought we could go for more of a blue vibe today. So let's see. So I was thinking we could do something with these 3. Right? That's what I was thinking yesterday, but now I'm not so sure. I think so. I think let's try it. Or should I go for more like teal because I'm wearing teal? I really feel like this blue and this color would go really well together, and then like a pop of that. That's what I was thinking. So I think we're gonna go with what I was thinking, and we will figure it out. As always, I'm just gonna go into my Pan That palette. I'm gonna use the Shadow Kiss from Alter Ego today, because I want it to be a little bit more cool tone, although this Jessica Mirror and the Eclipse shade, they're not cool tone, these 2, but I still want to keep at least the mattes on my face a little bit more cool tone, because I don't want to get confused as to what I'm doing. All right, so I think I'm just gonna go into maybe these two right here. And yeah, we're just going to, I'm not gonna do any sort of eye base. I didn't yesterday and I don't feel like I need to. So my makeup is gonna sweat off regardless, and I'll probably wipe it off later today anyway, because we are having heat wave after heat wave after heat wave here. Every single day, it is absolutely boiling. I cannot wear makeup to save my life. I just can't. I have to film in the morning, and I get work done in the morning, and then in the afternoon, I'm trying to stay cool. So I sit outside for a little bit, and then I come back inside, and I lie. I lie on the sofa or on my bed underneath the ceiling fan to cool off. Oh my gosh. I'm just not used to this heat. I'm not complaining, but it's just so hot, and it's gonna be really hot today, hotter than yesterday, and yesterday was super hot. So anyway, but it's fine. I'm not complaining. It's just stating a fact. My hair has also been destroyed because we had an issue with our pool. It was a little bit, it had too much chlorine, so the acidity, like the pH levels were all off, and a lot of my hair, dare I say, like was falling out. This was like a week or two ago. Yeah, I'm not super pleased with that. So it's like super thin again. Like it's lost a lot of the density that I have spent 2 years trying to build. So that is not the greatest thing in the world, but it's fine. Anyway, I think I'll speak about this in another time. I think I'm going to go into the blue shade straight away because I want to put that here. Oh my gosh. Amazing. Amazing. These colors are just stunning. Obviously, if you like color. Yeah, I'm gonna do something like that. And over here as well. Clean the edges ever so slightly. Like that. And then I think I want to go into this one first, which is Eclipse. Oh my goodness, this is gorgeous. Gorgeous. I'm gonna put this here. I'm wondering if I should put the other one in the middle. I think I will. So this is the one that's like, this is why I didn't put makeup on over there, because it's got green. You see that? It's got green, orange, like a peachiness orange to it. It's very green too. All right, I think I'm going to just wipe all this off here. So that went a little clean up over here. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to go into Jessica Mirror, and I'm going to put that in the middle. This is more of a chunky shade. This is also green. I'm going to put this, yeah, I'm going to put this right in the middle here. Yeah, I think this is the right way. Ooh, how much fun is this? And then I think I'll just clean it up a little bit. It's gonna go everywhere anyway. I think that's pretty, right? Still have the blue. Maybe a little bit more blue over here. Ooh, pretty. Okay, I'm gonna do my face, and then I think I might end up using this shade somewhere else, maybe like under here, just for like a little bit of fun. I don't really know. Anyway, I'm gonna go into my Maybelline Super Stay. This is the 30-hour Lumi one. And yeah, should I use this? I think I'll use this. Yeah, let's use this. I can't make up my mind, but we're doing it, so. Definitely a wrong shade for me right now, but we will work with what we have. Okay, I'm gonna go into my ABH concealer. All right, I'm gonna go into my ABH bronzer because I'm looking very pale, so I think we need to bronze her up a little bit. A little bit of blush. Okay, so I think I will go into this one, which is called Moon Landing. I'm gonna put that, I think, here. This is like a bluey, turquoisey, purpley color, I think. Yeah, that's nice. A little bit of something different. I think, do I want to put any of these on my inner corner? Where's the other one? So if I had a matte white, which I do obviously in other palettes, I would probably pop it there. But because we're just using these two palettes, I'm not going to do that. But that's probably what I would do if I would allow myself to use a different palette. Let's do some mascara. I'm going to do black mascara today. And I'm going to go into my lip crayon from the Beauty Crop. This is a lovely like burnt orange brown. Okay, this is the final eye look. I'm really enjoying this. I like all the different colors. I guess we'll see on camera what it looks like. For me personally, it looks fine. I feel like this one is just looking a little like what's going on, but I think that's just my lid. So anyway, thank you so much. I will see you in the next look. But yeah, this was just using one of the palettes too. So not as blue as I thought it was going to be because obviously I'm wearing a little bit of a teal, but it is still fun. And all those shades are so pretty together as well. They really blend really nicely together. So it's several days later. I don't actually remember when I filmed the last one, but we're going to go into, I think it's going to be our third look. Is it our third look or fourth look? I don't remember. All right, I'm going to go into my Naughty Nude just for a little bit of a base. I think we'll just do a little bit, and then I think I'm going to do like a warm look. So that's why I want to go into this one. I'm just going to go into the shade right here because I want to hit pan. This is called Hypnotic. It'd be really nice to be able to hit pan in another shade in my Pan That palette. No pan, but I'm very, very close. Okay, so I think I'm going to go into my Shadow Kiss now, and we're going to go into this shade. Because again, I want to hit pan in this one too. Alright, so we're going to go into the Gal on Mars today. And I really wanted to go into this one over here, which is called Leica. I don't really know if that's the right way you say it, but this is just like a purple. Kind of a dark purple. Has a little bit of a taupey flip. So we're going to put this over here. Pretty. And I think I'm going to go into Cosmic Crash, which is this pinky purple one. Oh, this is so pretty. It's almost the same color, but it's just a bit brighter. And we're going to put this here. Ooh, it's so pretty. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Well, I think it's gorgeous. So I had a comment from somebody when I did my Bingo of Shame look. They wrote, "This look is so ugly." And that's all they wrote. Isn't that so rude? It's so rude. And then YouTube lets you see if someone else has already commented on your videos before, and they had left one other comment on one of my videos from a few months ago, and it was a negative comment as well. I'm just thinking, like, why are they only commenting negative things? Why are they watching my channel? Why are they wasting their time by writing something nasty to a stranger online? Like, how does that make them feel better about themselves? So yeah. Whatever. Anyway, I think I'm going to want to go into this one. I'm going to put this one in the middle. This is called Valentina Tea. Oh yeah. It's like a rusty orange with a little bit of peachy pink. Or maybe not, but I don't know. Like, if you don't like the eye looks that I make, that's fine. There are some makeup looks that people do that I don't like think it's my kind of style and everything like that, but I would never go on someone's page and say that is so ugly. Like, never. It would never cross my mind to do that in the first place. Like, why would you? Like, why would you? Why? Whatever. I'm gonna go into my Catrice Soft Brown Filter. This is the fluid one, so it's like the Charlotte Tilbury. I actually don't mind this. It has kind of like a funky smell to it. I'm not sure if, you know, I bought this in store, but who knows how old this was. So I'll keep it until I can't keep it anymore. But yeah, we're just gonna go into this. And then I'll do a little bit of concealer. I don't want to do too much on my face, but I really like how this is looking. It's kind of dark and vampy. But can you like believe that? Even if you think something is ugly, like, why don't you just click away? Like, why tell the person? I've had somebody else leave 2 nasty comments like back to back to me, and I think the same thing. Like, why? You're obviously a subscriber of mine, or I pop up on your feed. Why do you click on my video and then leave a nasty comment? I just don't get the reasoning behind it. Like, how does that make somebody feel better about themselves? Anyway, this is my ABH concealer. Like, when you post on YouTube, you do get some like strange comments for sure. And I get so many, I would say, harassment emails from people who want to improve my SEO. Like, at this point, I really do feel like it's harassment because they don't get the hint that I don't want their help. I'm not paying for their services. You can leave me alone. Yes, my views are not like what they think they should be or what they should be, but I'm also not like chasing the next viral video. Like, I'm not all about that, right? So they can just bugger off, quite honestly. But they just harass me. Like, I feel like removing my email from my description because it is just constant, and it's getting to the point where they're trying to add me on Facebook. They're sending me, or they're trying to send me messages on Instagram and following me on Instagram. I made myself too pale. And it's just not much fun. I'm kind of over it, to be quite honest with you. I just want like a peaceful life, and I don't want to be harassed by nasty people. These SEO people are not nasty, but no offense, they're just scammers. They're not really going to be like, all they want me to do is pay them to set up a Google ads campaign that I could do myself. Like, I could do that myself, but I don't want to waste money on Google ads to promote my videos. And that's what they want to do. Like, I already use a program to get me the best like SEO for my videos. And SEO is just a way to get your videos in better like search results and stuff. So, you know, it helps you with like tags and keywords and things like that. When you set up your video, if you're not familiar, you can add all these things in the back end to just try to trigger, you know, your videos to appear in certain search results and everything like that, whether it be on YouTube or on Google or elsewhere. So anyway, regardless of that, like I use a program already that tells me what my SEO is. And for the most part, I appear high on like SEO results between like 80 to 90 out of 100, right? That's how they rank it on the program. And I'm not going to write a bunch of crappy, stupid keywords that have no meaning to my video, because then you're just going to get like a negative results. You're going to get people clicking on your video, and then the video that I'm presenting is actually not what they're looking for, and then you're going to get negative like retention, because you're going to get people clicking on your video and then leaving really fast because it's not the video that they were looking for, but for whatever reason you have a keyword that pushes your video and whatever. Anyway, I don't need to explain that, but I just feel harassed by people and I just want people to leave me alone. I want to be left alone to my own devices, my own little channel here where I have a nice little community of people who understand me, or you know, just want to like watch people do makeup and not really, I don't know, have to force anything. I'm gonna go into this blush. I went to it the other day and I really enjoyed it. This is my Phase 0 blush. It's very pretty. So anyway, I'm just feeling a bit bummed out by negative comments. Not that her comment, or I'm assuming it's a woman, not that their comments were like, it's not hurtful. Like she just said this makeup looks ugly. And I'm just like, okay, so go away. Like, what are you doing here? I don't need you. I don't need anyone to say it looks good or bad, right? If you like the video, like you like the video. If you don't, you don't. But like, why are you going to be a fake fan? Or not even a fan, you know what I mean? Like a fake watcher or viewer, and just write negative stuff. But then at the same time, I'm thinking, well, they did add engagement to my video, right? So they did, like, you know, and a lot of people say, well, you know, the more engagement, the better, whether it's negative or not. I don't know. I just feel a bit annoyed. I'm not a pushover, and I'm not the type of person that you talk to like that, you know, face to face. You know what I mean? Like, don't cross me. I'm serious. Like, don't. I'm a nice person, but I hate rudeness. I just hate it. And if somebody would ever have the nerve to be that rude to my face, which you, like, people online don't have the nerve. They don't have the nerve because they're just little keyboard pushers or whatever it's called, you know. They hide behind the little screens or whatever, and I don't know why people are like that. I don't know, but it's just, I'm annoyed. I think I'm gonna go into this one now, Gal on the Moon. I'm gonna put something in my inner corner. Ooh. I'm thinking I'm gonna put New Moon in my inner corner just for a little bit of fun. I don't know, I just felt like saying, well, because like also their comment, like they don't have a picture on their, you know, when you like your YouTube handle, they don't have a picture. Like they have still like the generic logo. So this could just be some random like person. Who knows who this is? But they're obviously like hiding who they are, which is fine because everyone deserves privacy and not everyone should or needs to be online. But at the same time, like if I'm gonna put myself out there and be vulnerable and show up on the internet with no makeup, you know, looking my worst, just doing my makeup and talking crap about my life and being quite open about my life to, you know, actual strangers online, that, you know, is kind of stupid of me to do, and for one thing, but also like it takes like a little bit of guts to do that because, you know, not everybody is comfortable doing that. And so I'm putting myself like out on the line to be here. And then you're being rude to me. I'm going to be I'm talking about something completely different now, but I'm going to dye my hair. So I am waiting to the absolute last minute to do it. So you will notice my hair has been looking pretty terrible the last month, I would say, maybe longer, but the last month definitely. I'm waiting to the ultimate last minute to do it because I'm going to box dye it. I just figured, like, you know, winter time, I'll just go darker again. That's just like, that's the cycle of my life. You know, during the winter, I don't mind going dark, and obviously all my roots are growing out, roots and gray hairs. So I'm going to be dyeing my hair. That's why I don't really care how it looks at the moment. But anyway, let's put on some mascara. I'm just venting today. I don't know why. I don't know how much I'm going to keep in, but I'm just venting. I just think, get lost, person who wants to be mean to me. I don't need you in my life. And you don't need to comment to a random person. Going into my new favorite mascara. Definitely want to try different mascaras. Like, these are the bonding mascaras. Apparently the e.l.f. one is pretty good. I want to try that one. All right, I think this is the eyes. I'm enjoying them. I think they're pretty. I can't remember what I did with the other looks. It might be similar to the first look, honestly, that I did. But I think it's just really pretty. And you can use any matte from any palette because, you know, the mattes only like show up a tiny bit because honestly, it's like the shimmers all over the lid. But I just think it's really, really nice. Isn't it nice? I like these. I like these palettes. And I like pairing them together because the Gal on the Mars really doesn't have anything that's very light. It's a very mid-tone. But then the Gal on the Moon, these are a lot brighter. Obviously they're green and blue, but I think it actually works because it contrasts and it's just interesting. It's just interesting. I have a lot of different colors on my lids and I like that. All right, I'm gonna go into a lip balm. This is Glamshop. It's like a lipstick lip balm and it's pink. I used to wear pink lipstick all the time. And I think I'm getting into it again. Like, I used to wear it all the time before I had a channel. I think I'm liking it again. But anyway, so I don't know when I'm gonna do my hair. It might be soon, or I might wait another 3 weeks. You don't know, I don't know. But I'm excited about it because I'm just hating my hair at the moment, but I'm still waiting for the last minute. Anyway, this is I think it's my third look, but it might be my fourth look. I don't actually remember. But anyway, here it is. I'm enjoying it. I'm really happy, like, going into these palettes. I'm very, very happy about that. So anyway, I will catch you in my next one. Bye. Welcome to day number 4. I think we're gonna go more greeny blue today. I think I'm feeling that. So I'm gonna start off with the Shadow Kiss. I'm gonna go straight into it. I'm kind of trying to fix my hair. It's like a mess, a mess. I did dye it. I did though, because I think I mentioned that in my last video. I did dye it. I just did a really light wash of light brown across the whole of it. It didn't like make it too dark, but it's darkened it a little bit. So I think it's fine for now. Okay, I think I'm gonna go into the shade called Shade. How original. I'm going to try to hit pan at the same time. I don't know if I am going to though. I'm gonna put this over my eyelids and then we will go into the Gal on the Moon. And have a see what kind of look we can create today. I've been actually really enjoying going into these 2 palettes, as well as my Panda palettes as well, but it's been so nice to just kind of, I don't know, it's like a little bit of a challenge, like what can I do with these 2 palettes? It's been kind of fun. I've enjoyed it. Let me just like zoom you in a little bit so you can see how it's going. Okay, so we're going into, we might go into the other one, but we're gonna go into this one a little bit more. Might be nice to go into some that I haven't gone into yet. I'm thinking this one, Catherine J. It's a bluey green. And I'm also thinking, I mean, maybe let's just start with that and see what it looks like because it's like gorgeous. So I think I'm gonna put this maybe all over the lid. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Oops, I keep banging the table, I'm sorry. Let me use the mirror. On this, I think it might be better because then I can actually see what I'm doing. It might be a super quick look today. I don't know how complicated I want to make it. I like to just let the shadows speak for themselves. I think I'm just going to check and see what this one looks like because this is also a green. This is called Moonquake. It's really not that different. This is more of green. This one goes into a more of a blue. Maybe I'll put this one here. They're really not that different from each other though. So it's interesting that you have two shades that are actually kind of the same, which is a shame. I didn't realize. This one doesn't flip. The other one flips, more blue, but overall they're pretty identical. You can see like I have a little bit of a blue tinge there. And if I just used this one, I wouldn't have had that. But otherwise, they're not that different. I'm just going to have a look at Celestial. I know I've gone into this before, but I'm just trying to figure out what to do with it. I think I'm going to put this in the inner part. I haven't got any other makeup on, so we will clean this up. I'm just trying to put some shadows down at the moment and just figure out what I want to do. Yeah, we're definitely going to clean this up. That is ridiculous. Okay, I've somewhat cleaned that up now. I was hoping that would be a little bit brighter. I want to put something in the outer part. Maybe because this flips more into a blue, I'm going to go into this one. This is called Blue Moon. And I'm going to put this one over here. I'm just going like wild with this look. It's going crazy. Yeah, I'm not sure this is the best representation of this palette. I'm going into a lot of different shades. It's looking a little cray-cray. All right, let me do my face. I think I might go back into this. Or maybe I'll go into the Gal on Mars. I kind of want to add something different to it, but I'm not entirely sure what. Maybe in the inner part, we'll go into Solar or this one. All right, but let me do my face first. Let me go into my Charlotte Tilbury. I just rolled it into my project pan, so I thought, well, let me get some use out of it. Okay, whatever. This is what I'm looking like. I look rough today. Oh my goodness. Let's put on some bronzer. I am looking rough. Okay, I've really destroyed my under eyes today. Oh my gosh, I'm looking so bad. What is going on? What have I done to my face? Okay, I'm looking weird. Okay, anyway, I'm going to put something in my inner corner. I'm going to go into, I think I'm going to go into like a pink one. I kind of, yeah, I'm going to try this one. It might be a little too dark. Oh yeah, that's way too dark. Okay. Well, I'm going to put it in anyway, but I think that is too dark. So this shade I'm going into is Solar. I know I didn't say that. This is from the Gal on the Mars palette. Okay. Yeah. Where am I going with this look? I think I'm going to go back into my shadow case. I'm going to put some of that shade down under here. I'm going to go into Luna. Okay, this is definitely not a favorite look of mine, but I think I'm going to leave it as that because it's definitely not gone the way that I was expecting it to go. Okay, I'm going to go into my Essence So Cherry blush. I really like this. I went to it yesterday and I really enjoyed it. Kind of a vampy look today. Not, I don't even know what I was going for. I was just like playing around. I think definitely there's a couple shades I've noticed in the Gal on the Moon that are quite similar. Obviously, like these two are very similar. I imagine these blues are quite similar too. Well, I'm not even showing you on the screen. So I definitely think it's more of a companion palette. Like I always look at these more as companion palettes, like when you actually use them as a palette overall, it does kind of highlight some things, doesn't it? I'm just gonna go into my YSL. All right, I might have overlined a little bit too much there. Okay, I definitely overlined way too much. Oh my gosh. Okay, whatever. Anyway, this is the eye look. I think it's pretty. It's pretty, not my favorite, but yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. We'll see. We'll figure it out. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Okay, we are into the final look today. I've also cut my hair, as you can see, so I'm feeling quite brave today. I literally just did it this morning. I think it's gonna help with the growing back, and the growing pains. Anyway, let's get into our final look. I'm thinking, because I've just been like editing this video, I'm sorry. I'm thinking that we want to do maybe some, oh, why am I all crooked? There. I'm thinking maybe we want to do pink, more like a pinky vibe. I'm not happy with where my camera is. Anyway, but there are some shades in here that I haven't really gone into, like this one, which looks very boring, but also like really, really interesting. Like it's this gorgeous taupe, and I really want to go into that. So maybe actually won't do pink. Maybe we'll do this. And then we have this gorgeous one right here, which I have gone into, which is called Valentina T. But then we also have these really interesting shades here that I really want to go into. So I don't know. I think I just want to go into what I want to go into. So I really kind of just want to try this. It's like a really beautiful taupey bronze. Not even a bronze, really. It's gorgeous. So I've never gone into it. So I think I want to go into it. Maybe we could pair that with, see, you could pair that with anything. You could pair that with a purple, pair that with a blue, a green, a pink. So I'm not entirely sure, as always, what I want to do with this look. I don't know. I don't know. Let me just put my hair back since I just did it. If I don't pin it back, I might end up like touching it too much, and I know that kind of annoys people, so I'll just pin it back a little bit. I always hate doing this because I always get kinks, but whatever. It's fine. It was actually so nice to wash my short hair and it was so easy to do, like dry it. I don't typically like short hair. I'm just like, it's been so long since I've had long hair, so I don't know. It is what it is. Maybe I'm just a short haired girl now. Okay, I mean, shoulder length isn't even short, but for me it's short. Okay, so it doesn't matter. Let's move on from the hair. It's just, you know, on my mind. I think I'm going to put some eye base on. I haven't done it for any of the looks, but I kind of feel like doing it today. It's extra hot today. And I'd like this to last a little bit before it starts melting. Oh. We're having the last of the summer heat, I think. Because obviously, like, we're getting towards the end of August now, which is so scary to think about. But I'm imagining this is probably like the last push, and then it will just get less warm. We never really have a bad autumn here. It's usually from January to April that it's terrible. That's like the rainy season, but not even January, February time. But autumn is pretty decent. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go into my Naughty Nude. I think we'll do Naughty Nude today because I think I'm gonna go into probably this one and this one. So I'm not going to tell you everything I do because I've noticed, like, in this video I haven't been doing that. I've just been like a little bit all over the place. Some of them I'm just not even like showing you. Sometimes I'm just skipping ahead, so I'm sorry about that. But I really want to hit pan in this shade Rough. It doesn't look like it's going to happen, which is a shame, but I will just have to do it another day. Yeah, I want to just go into this, and then I want to use that taupe. This is kind of warm, but I still think I can make it work because I think I might still go pink. I might do pinky taupe. I think that's what I'm feeling today. I think I'm still feeling warm. But how's everyone's end of summer going? I know in the US a lot of schools are back, so like you have your kids already back at school, which I find so strange because in Europe that's very rare. Like most people go back either right at the end of August or the first couple weeks of September. Like that's just what I've grown up to know. So going back in August to school is such a strange concept for me. I can't imagine it. I cannot imagine it because I feel like that's still summer, you know? Okay, so we've done those two shades. I don't know. I'm going to go into Crater, which is the one that I swatched, and I'm going to put this on the lid here, and then we will see what we want to do moving forward. Oh, my son has been going a little stir crazy, so I'm actually looking forward to him going to nursery because I think it does him a world of good, quite honestly. And, you know, I'm not a natural teacher. Obviously, we are good parents. We spend as much time as possible with him and do things with him, but I think it's really good, like, for him to be in a routine, and in the summer it's kind of hard to have a routine. I mean, the routine is literally just like hang out in the morning and then spend the afternoon outside. But I think he actually thrives in more of a routine, and going to school and being around other kids really does help him because he's otherwise not sociable at all. Not that he is at school, but it's still a good environment for him to be in. So I actually can't wait for that to happen because he's had so much time off. It's been a little bit too long, quite honestly. Last year we had, you know, usually like his school year ends the end of June and he doesn't go back until September, right? Because he's actually technically still in nursery, but I think that's how the schools are anyway here. Or maybe they finished in July. I don't know, but his finishes at the end of June, right? So it is a very long time for him to be off. It's 2.5 months. And I think last year we didn't do that. We have to pay to keep them in for another month. Otherwise, it is free at his nursery, which is really good to live here because it is actually free, which I know obviously a lot of countries it's not free, which is stupid. Like, how do they expect people to be able to afford anything when everything is so expensive? I'm going to go into the shade right here, Jessica Mirror. I'm assuming these are all like famous space people. I just don't know. I'm not a space fanatic. But anyway, this year we didn't because they said it was going to be at a different school and it would have been further away for us to drive. Plus we would have had to pay for it. So we were like, nah, let's just leave him. He can have an extra month of holiday. But I think I think it was probably not the best thing to do because he is going a bit stir crazy. We're going stir crazy, especially since we haven't gone anywhere this year because I'm having no, I wouldn't say difficulty with my visa renewal, but like we've just been waiting a long time for it to be renewed, and I don't want to run the risk of leaving the country while I have an expired visa. Right now I'm waiting to receive my new one because I did finally get an appointment a couple of weeks ago after waiting for over a year for it, which is kind of crazy. So we'll see. Hopefully that comes in the mail soon. But we didn't end up going anywhere. We were gonna do quite a lot this year and we haven't ended up doing any of it. So it's fine. It's fine, but I think that would have broken up the summer a little bit had we either had people come visit or we went somewhere, which we didn't. But you can't always do what you want, so it's fine. I think I'm gonna go back into this one that Jessica Meir was in, the Gal on the Moon. I want to add some warmth to this. What have I not gone into? I can't remember what I haven't gone into, to be honest with you, in this palette. I knew I hadn't gone into Crater. I wonder, should I try Gravity? Let me just swatch some things. So Gravity is this, which is, I think I'm going to go into this actually. I don't want to swatch anything else because this actually has green to it. This is really interesting. I don't know if you're going to be able to see the flip that I see, but I think that will work with what we have, because I'm going to actually put it over here. Yeah, I think that's going to be beautiful. Okay, so we're going to go into Gravity. I'm going to put this here. I kind of gone over that other shade, but I think I prefer this, so we're going to go into this. At least it's good to know that that shade exists, right? But I did want to have like a pinky look, and it wasn't going very pinky, so I wanted to add something. This looks quite similar to one of the other looks actually I did. But maybe let's add some blue to it, and then we can make it quite a bit different. I'm gonna do my face, and then maybe I'll do something different underneath. Yeah, I think so. So anyway, we are going quite crazy. Just gonna go into my Garnier Glow. This is the one with a slight tint, but it's fine. It's been really nice to just have this time. And I think I've said this in multiple videos, you know, since I'm not like working full time, it's been quite different for me as opposed to other summers where I do work during the summer unless I have like family come stay with me. So this has been quite a bit different this year than any other year. And I think what I've realized is it's good for me to be busy. So as much as this has been nice, I think the first month and a half I really, really enjoyed. But this last month has been a little bit trickier just because I'm feeling like I need to do something. Like there's only so much that I can get done. And then, yeah. So I can't wait for September where we all get in more of a routine. And then I guess I'll figure out what I want to do. I don't really know. I still don't know what I want to do. I still feel very lost, but I'm not freaking out about it. I think I'll freak out about it if after September, October time, I'm still feeling like I don't know what to do or I don't feel satisfied with what I'm doing. As long as I'm like happy with what I'm doing, I think I'm going to be fine. But if I still feel as though, I don't know, if I still feel lost, then I think I'll just have to make a decision about what I want to do with my life. But we're not there yet, so got to get through the next few months, I guess. I'm going to take a break from my ABH concealer, which I use literally every time I do my makeup. I'm going to go into my Technic. Just a tiny bit of concealer. I'm not doing too much of a base today. I don't really feel like it. The blush that I went into is the Catrice Blushing Charm Blush Stick. It's the shade 40 Sparkle Lover. Okay, so according to my notes, I have not been into Nebula, so we're going to go into that one. I think I'm going to do a little bit of a wing. I'm going to add a little bit to that wing because I want it to stand out a little bit more. I'm going to go into Moon Landing. Okay, back to the Gal on Mars. I'm going to go into this red. I want to put a little bit here. I just don't think this is colorful enough, dare I say. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing. Right now I'm just putting a bunch of shades on my lids and seeing what works. I guess because I know this is the last look, I'm like, let's add everything. Okay, and then I think what I'm going to do is I haven't gone into Gravity, so I'm going to go into Gravity, which is this one down here, and I'm going to put more of that there. This is pretty. This is really pretty. I'm going to put it like this, and then I'm going to get a brush and sweep it. Fun times. Okay, I think we'll do mascara. Just going into my Ofra. Definitely not a favorite of mine, this look. Okay, I've just gone into my Glamshop, which I went into the other day, and then the Essence lip liner. I think I'm done for this look. I think I've had some fun, but it kind of went in a completely different direction to what I was wanting to go into, but it's fine. Alright, so this is obviously another long video, but those are all the looks. I definitely kind of struggled with the look today. I don't know what I was thinking. It definitely didn't end up the way that I wanted it to, but I did also kind of feel like I wanted to go into shades that I hadn't gone into. So it's a little bit of a crazy look, I want to say, but I actually really enjoyed going into these this last week. It's been a little bit, probably like a week and a half, because I have been having to go into other palettes, but also there's been days where I haven't worn any makeup. But aside from that, it has been enjoyable. What I have noticed though is they don't have all the shades that I typically would want sometimes. Obviously they don't have mattes, but whereas like the Gal on the Mars, for instance, very warm tone. It doesn't have anything that I could put in my inner corner. I don't feel like it has that bright pop that I really, really enjoy. I really like contrasting shades. I think the shades in here are stunning and they work really nicely with the Naughty Nude from Huda Beauty. Quite honestly, it's beautiful. And I could have, like the first look I did, I went into this one, and also the third look I really enjoyed. Those two, I heavily went into this one, and I could have easily just done those looks over and over again, but because I was like trying to do something different every time, I did find that it was a little bit of a struggle. I do think the Gal on the Moon is absolutely gorgeous, but I'm pairing them actually did save some looks because this one does have some bright pops, but obviously if you're not wanting to go into green or blue, you know, it's kind of limiting what you want to do. There's also purple in here. I really do like some of these shades though. I think they're absolutely stunning. As a palette itself, like similar to the Gal on the Mars, I kind of struggled to like what to do. I did notice like these two greens are actually very, very similar to each other. They're different, but they're very similar. So to have them in the same palette, and as well as these two blues, they're very, very similar. You don't necessarily need them. These two purples, again, not too different from each other. So I've always said these are just beautiful companion palettes, beautiful shades to use in conjunction with other palettes in my collection. And that's why I love them so much. I love the shimmer palettes from GlossGods. I have the ones with mattes in them, but quite honestly, I think the shimmer ones are the way to go because I have mattes in other palettes. But it has highlighted that obviously these are not palettes that you could just use on their own, you know, for like your everyday. They're definitely not. They're like special shade palettes. So anyway, I thought I would do this video. If you have these palettes, you know, it gives you hopefully a little bit of inspiration what you can do. Or if they ever bring these back, I don't quite know if they even have them in stock anymore, but if they have them in stock, obviously you can pick them up if you want to. You can save 10% if you use my code, my link in my description, but otherwise, this was just a fun little video. I did it for the What's a Beauty Dragon's Eye, where I had like an hour-long video going through that one. And so I wanted to do it again. I thought it was actually a lot of fun and you guys seem to enjoy it. So let me know if there's any other palettes that you want me to do next, or maybe I'll do another poll. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video. It was a nice chill little video like the last one, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye!